Hello, good people, once again. I am going to describe to you a legibility problem and a solution, or should I say a possible solution. It depends on your eyesight, whether your eyes will agree with this or not. So anyway, this is a nuvi 2457, a 4.3-inch model, but this also applies to 5-inch and 6-inch models from years 2013 to 2015. Which would include the 2457 as seen here, 2597, 2689, 2797, and so on. It's what you are seeing right now. No, not the map up here. The problem is that if you are a map watcher, such as I am, and what I mean by that is some people go by voice prompts, but I like to actually see the map and read what's going on, is that on non-interstate roads, you're going to see dark text on a light gray background. This can cause legibility problems because you can see everything else just fine, more or less. But then when you're trying to read what's going on up here, a little more difficult. It even extends over here too, because that is also dark text on a light gray background. Well, the first thing that you can do, which is easy, is just switch this over to night mode all the time. Excuse me. Chances are that the dashboard of your car has a black background, or at least a dark gray background with white or light text on it. The vast majority of cars are designed like this, and there's a reason for that, and the reason simply is that it reflects less. Because if you have a white background, if your speedometer was a white background with black text on it, you would think that would be more legible, and in some instances it is, but more often than not, it just, for day driving, it's annoying. Because it looks like you're kind of trying to read a book while driving, and you're not doing that. You want something that reflects less, and so you can watch the needle for your speedometer, even if it is on a screen and not an actual real gauge. Yeah, it's better to have it dark background, light text. So we'll switch this over to night mode first. Settings, and then map and vehicle, display, and change the color mode from auto to night. And what that does is it changes the top, and again, this is specifically for 2013 to 2015 models, because the Drive and Drive Smart models don't do this. They always have dark green, at least in North America, dark green background with light text on it. So you don't have to do it on those, it's just for these. Here we see a navy blue with some gradient background with light text on it. This almost solves the problem. For the map, the problem now is that it's legible, but if you're in a city area with a whole bunch of side streets all over the place, that can be distracting. Not a problem, because you can change the theme, which you don't have in this, but don't worry, I have a download. I'll describe that in a moment. Settings, and then map and vehicle, and change the map theme. Now on newer units, they changed the color theme, and what I did is I put that in here, and I just called it SAT 103 Garmin Modern, and now that's better. So now everything for the side streets is muted. It's not as stark as before, but we're almost done. Almost done. One thing we have to do is change that vehicle icon, and the one I am including in the download Map and vehicle, icon to show on map. And I can assure you this is the best one to use, is the Navigon arrow. And I'll show you why. Oop, there we go. Okay. This specific setup here, where we have night mode on all the time, we use the Garmin modern theme and the Navigon arrow, which as you can see is transparent. That's the best setup to have for one of these 2013 to 2015 models. It's not only because it has contrast of yellow, but also if I go into a two-dimensional mode, that looks real nice. That really works. Now on camera here, it might not look exactly perfect because my phone camera is kind of blowing out the colors a little bit. In person, though, looking at this with directly with your eyes, oh yeah, this is good. So with that being said, and this will be as a pinned comment, I'm offering this as a download pack. It's just 2 files. It's the Navigon arrow and the theme file, so that you can change over to this. And how to install them. Okay. They go into 2 different locations. The vehicle icon, well, first of all, you plug your nuvi into your computer. And then you will see it appear if excuse me. You will see it appear if using the Windows operating system, which most of you are, as a drive letter, and you open the Garmin folder, you will look for vehicle. And for the vehicle icon, which will be Navigon, you drop that. It's a .srf file. And then that icon file goes into the vehicle folder. For the theme file, that goes into a folder called Themes subfolder Map. I think it's either Map. Is it Themes and then Map? I believe so. If not, I'll put a little addition text in the video. If you don't see that, then I am correct. So anyway, to recap, you put the icon into the Garmin/vehicle folder, and you put the theme file into the Garmin/theme/map folder, which is a KTMF, I think. Hold on, I gotta checking. I got it over here somewhere. KMTF, I'm sorry. Okay, so the KMTF file, which is a theme file, that goes into the themes/map folder, and the SRF, which is the Navigon icon, that goes into the vehicle folder. And then after that, then you go to settings, map and vehicle, change the theme over to SAT 103 Garmin Modern, and then in the same section, vehicle icon to show on map, you can get the Navigon arrow. Now, although I do provide the Navigon arrow, this is actually provided through Garmin Express if you look for it. Kind of difficult to find. That you have to know where to get it from. They do have it, but I'm just offering it here because it's just easier just to download it direct. So if you know how to place it by plugging your Garmin and doing as such, then yeah, you're all good. So then you have something which really works well for both 3D and 2D, and it solves a problem up here of visibility. Now you wouldn't think, and I'll just say this on a final note, you wouldn't think that switching from dark text on light background to light text on dark background would really make that much of a difference, but it does. If it didn't, Garmin wouldn't have switched back to it, because originally all the nuvis, they had light text on a dark background. Then from 2013 to 2015, they flipped that for non-interstate roads, where you had dark text on a light background, as you saw in the beginning of this video. But then, come 2016 with the drive models and up to present, they switched it back again. So now it is light text on a dark green background. In this one, you see the navy blue, but it still works. It still works. So if it was one of those things where you said to yourself, oh, I have a 2457, or I have a 56, or a 58, or a 65, or a 66 nuvi that is not drive smart. Oh, I really liked it, but when I wasn't on the interstate, I couldn't read the top all that well. I guarantee you it was because of the lack of contrast. Or should I say the incorrect contrast of having dark text on light background. When you flip it around to this, it really makes a difference.